But once the seats are in, we will get back in here and we will... I wonder if this thing still works.
It smells nice.
For safety's sake.
Yep.
We will put this up. We do need the pin. Wherever that's gone. Right there.
It's not quite lining up on this side.
Right, I know what's happened.
What?
Still round.
Cool.
There you go.
They are now safe.
Comparatively.
This is what they have. They do have this kind of thing properly on a jet, but this one we made up, obviously, because we didn't come with the jet. These were all cleaned up and defurred, but because you can't stop the water physically ingressing in here, because the only way these stop water was they had these, air would come through these bits and effectively create, like you see here, there's a rubber along the edge. So the air, when the engine was running, would force these down. They would be glued each side and would expand these like an inner tube and created a very tight seal. But obviously there ain't no engine, and we're not going to leave it here powered up with some other kind of motor just to keep it sealed here. So we did have a cover made up, but it kind of scratched the paint. So really, once the seats are back in, we'll get back in and do a little bit more re-cleaning and a little bit of hand painting, make it look a little bit more pleasant, and then maybe people can sit in here then, because we do have a stereo, we do have a big red button. Oh look, it's not red anymore.
Oh, pink for it.
Would you like to stay in the cockpit of a jet for the weekend?
Sounds like a nightmare.
Compact and bijou. We're going to try and get, as you say, it's going to be it's going to be fun. It's quite an occasion. It hasn't had the seats in for, how long did we say, about 9 years we've had this.
Probably near, no, 10 years.
It's quite loud, and we have a nice recording of a jet starting up, an in-cockpit recording of a jet starting up. So when you hit that big red button that says don't hit, it should be quite effective.
Lots of people.
Yes, so we will see, we will see. You did still have oxygen bottles on the seats. They are still there, but I accidentally let one off and I caught one of the pins and frightened the living daylights out of me. I thought the ejector seat was going off. You want to be playing with ejector seats when you don't really know what you're doing. But I did used to work on jets. Ex-civilian mechanic on the old Hawks, you see, so it was a sooty. So I didn't really get to play with ejector seats. I sat in them a few, and I even flew a Hawk.
You did.
I did go up in a jet. So, as this one's already loose,
should we do that one first?
we'll go for this one. So we've got port and starboard.
That one.
Port is on the right. Oh, hang on.
Oh, maybe I'm
Port's on the
wrong.
left.
God
That says
damn it.
it says starboard on it. On the back. Look. On the... There.
Oh yeah.
Never mind.
And
These are not the only ones.
because they have the same amount of letters. Yeah, that's right. When you're sitting
Yeah,
there.
you are right.
Yeah.
You said that one was port a second ago, Dad.
Did I?
Yes.
Oh, weird.
You did, yeah.
They're lying.
The video will confirm.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe
Port's
I'm
on the
wrong.
left. Port is on the right. It was a deliberate mistake. I never meant to say that. But yes. Right starboard, port on the left.
Oh my God. Please don't wobble seat.
We'll put the light down when they're in as well. Let's just rock it back slightly and see where we... end up. So yeah, it needs to go a bit further down, doesn't it?
Will it?
Hang on. Maybe something to do with that. Or maybe we just need a big mallet.
This is the first rule of aerospace engineering: is if it doesn't fit,
Whack it.
Give it a
with
big
hand.
mallet, yeah. So,
Unless that's just the springs.
yeah, that's a release mechanism. which may now not.
That's always been in the plane.
Yeah. And that makes sense with that as well. Eggs safe. Right, let's have a look for a second, Jess.
Just see if you can pull it out again, because it is now wind up, so it should just push through.
Good God, it wouldn't come out then. And you know what's going to be the test?
If the roof will close.
That way?
Yeah, front first. Solante.
Yes, I got the most comfortable looking seat.
They would have had a bit in the middle as well.
Yeah. Nice and spacious, Dad. It's a big kid.
Yeah, people can do that and go left and right in it, but they can't go up and down. And don't inhale aluminium oxide, kids. It's not good for you. So we'll sort them out before everybody gets in it. God, it is compact.
It's not really a job for somebody who's claustrophobic, is it, being a pilot one
No.
of these?
No, not really. No.
Well, to be fair, even if you are in a little tiny enclosed space, you are in the sky,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is like the opposite
Yeah,
of claustrophobia.
Yeah, true.
So you might be alright with it.
Oh, you kidding me?
What? What?
We've trapped one of these. Oh no, it's alright, it's underneath the seat. Because those go around there.
I really wasn't going to be running.
They click in the back here. When the seat goes up, these pull in at the same time. And they pull your legs back.
Why?
Well, because otherwise you take your legs off from the screen. Yeah, so your legs are up there. Those are up round, they're all connected. So, as the
when
seat
it
goes
ejects,
up,
it holds your legs back.
yeah, they thread through a thing on the suit. And then pulls your legs back in, and
So
then you don't
only
take your
break
legs
your
off.
knees instead of your shins.
Yeah, although don't forget you go up that way.
Yeah,
So you're not going straight up, you go out at an angle at the back there.
yeah.
So I'm guessing it blows the canopy clean off when it does that.
Yeah, you've got... It's not an explosive canopy like on the Hawks. The whole canopy goes up on this one. So those pins will literally just bang up, and obviously the physical wind
Oh, the
just
wind.
rips it off a brake pin at the back.
Yeah.
So bang. And it all happens in milliseconds, the whole shebang.
Yeah.
I know on the Hawk, it was something like 3 seconds, 2 to 3 seconds between grabbing this and pulling and being like 300 foot above your aircraft.
Jesus.
The pilots that have ejected all reckon that they come out of it about half an inch shorter, don't they?
Three ejections. And once you have 3 ejections, that's it. You can't be a pilot any longer. And there are
Compresses your spine.
There are pilots that have managed to do that 3 times.
Not be very good. Or very unlucky.
Yeah, I can say.
Well done, everybody. That was a bit of a tricky manoeuvre.
At least now we know how to do it on Monday.
Yeah. What do you mean, funny bit?
No,
I'm
no.
stunned as he takes my nose off. I am tempted actually, before we get people in this,
To
cut these off.
yes.
Got to do in here. Yeah, is a lot of very careful cleaning the Hoover.
Right,
Okay. Little wire brush end.
Probably should have got your other leg in first.
Hoover next to it, so the dust goes straight out. Aluminium oxide, nice stuff to the tail. More dust in the other one.
Probably because it's been sat in there. Just remember the camera's behind you.
Yes. Yeah, something's holding up.
Because the pen goes through there, doesn't it?
It does.
There's nothing else on there. Oh, there you go.
It's just dying instantly.
Yeah, well that's alright because it'll still stay on there and it'll loosen up when it needs to. That'll be the fun part to get to afterwards, down there.
First things first, we need to move these steps further over this way.
Yes.
I don't think we did last time. We moved them forwards so that you could have somebody stood here.
Yeah. The tricky part, yeah, because you're not going to be lifting them that way. You can lift them from here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
But yeah, don't fall off.
Yeah.
Right,
If we get it up first.
They're not the heaviest of things, but they're just a bit awkward.
On the top step.
It's a good start, fantastic. Of course, normally they'd have winches and everything else for doing this, but today we don't have any winches.
I'm not pin it the right way.
So, yeah, we just need that pin on the back, don't we? Now, I can't do a lot at the same time as holding this, right? Hang on. Brilliant. Okay. So that's going to go up to about there. Let me see if I can wedge this camera somewhere here. The chances of staying there are weird, but we'll give it a go. Yeah, it's still shabby. Right, okay, it's on my leg.
Put it in the rails.
It's going to be close, this one. Well, if you get that, it's one this one. I can't actually see. Yeah. Here we go.
Put the rails on this side. What's the road, sir?
Now we've got a middle one in, so don't let it change the angle. It's by your hand, I think, is it? Yeah. Okay. Right, work.
Up again?
That's got to go that way. Yeah, it's sitting on the. It's up right. Okay, have a go. Right, up there. That was easy, wasn't it? Now we just got to line up.
Oh, that pin's catching.
If I lift it up a touch.
He catches. That's right, I see it.
Can I drop it?
Okay, yeah, I can go down. Pin's just got to
Where?
locate in there.
Where's the pin?
He's down there.
Oh,
Let's put a bit of dab weight on it. Nope, not quite going down. There we go. So it's just you can't do it when it's all the way forward, mate. Oh no, you can.
anyway.
Right, so we've both in the pudding. One of you spins that out now. It releases a locking pin that goes into top of the gun to stop the seat falling out when you're upside down, which is always handy. There we go. Has that pin gone flush? Yes.
Yes.
So we know it's locked in place. Right, before I put that seat back, let me see with my
Grab the seat.
belly, I can actually hit down there. Got it.
Ideal.
Right, so back she goes.
Whack it.
Right, we need a little bit of a tappage device, I think.
It's in there.
It needs to go slightly further back. Well, not that far.
Oh man!
There you go. That's about right there.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to put
This
some
one
grease
there.
on the pin?
Oh yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
I sprayed it through the holes as well as the last one. I don't know if it will
And
help.
we've got to do the same on this one because fob. Okay.
Jeez, a bit to the other side.
Well, it's just not something you'd do if it was, because grease and pure oxygen don't really mix very well. They tend to go bang.
This needs to sit in here, doesn't it? in that slot.
Yes.
So we need to tilt the seat forward to get that in.
Oh man. Brilliant. There we are.
It's in.
Seat pipe there. Complete. Ugh. Now Dad's legs have given way. Excellent.
Cool.
So I think before we put those cushions in, we'll get some of that
Wax.
the spray, and we'll give it a bit of a quick wipe down and clean. Groovy. Well, that's been many years.
Overdue.
Yeah. But obviously now we need to do a little bit more work on the cockpit. Now we've got a nice seat.
Welcome to
Up and
them.
down.
We can actually sit in the cockpit to do it as well. Oh, they're adjustable and everything.
Yeah.
It's a luxury experience.
Don't go that far. Yeah.
That's quite cool.
I've managed to sit in, but I haven't got open hell of getting my other leg.
No.
Unless I kind of... There we go. Right, that's done.
And of course you can lower that seat right down. So press the button in and then forward.
Is he just going to drop? Careful, you just put the spray under the seat.
Yeah, you have to hold on to it.
There we go.
Now he's got space.
And all the way down.
There you go, Dad. It is recording.
Are you right in there, Larry? You know what you're doing. Don't hit any dodgy switches.
No, I don't want to end up there.
No. Luckily, I think the bang bangs have gone.
Probably quite a few years ago.
I do remember when I was rebuilding these seats. The fun part was that the oxygen bottles on the side of the seats were still full of oxygen, and I accidentally pulled the wrong lever and this thing went off. Jesus, it made me jump. I didn't know what was going to happen. I thought it was part of the mechanism. Luckily it wasn't.
The question is, did you let it out the other one?
I did, yes. I thought best to release them before somebody else does and has the same frightening moment of, oh my god, what's going to happen? But it is, these things are like clockwork mechanisms. So when you pull the thing down there between your legs, so to speak.
This one? Oh no, this one, isn't it?
Yeah.
What is this one?
So it's that one is seat separation. So when you're in the air and you're out the jet, you pull that and that lets the seat go from you and your parachute. The parachute will
I
be
see.
attached to the thing you strap into.
So that's step 2 of getting shot out the top of the thing. Hello.
Yeah, yeah. You've got to remember to do that, otherwise you're going to come down with a bump.
Yeah, it's going to be quite heavy with the seats.
Yeah, because you've got a drogue chute. These things, I think, if I remember, are the drogue chutes. So they come out to lower the seat as well. So that will slow your descent a bit. But the be all and end all is you don't want to be part of the seat when you're coming down.
Oh, but I suppose it's worth putting a chute on the seat as well in case you come
Yes.
unconscious, isn't it?
Well, I presume they are, I guess, reusable because they're expensive bits of kit.
I suppose so, yeah.
Yeah, they're not getting used very often, are they?
Well, no, hopefully they do the job and that's it. But I guess if they come down on a chute, they're potentially reusable. I don't know really. If you know out there whether they actually reuse seats if they've been ejected, if they just resurface them, who knows? I'm not sure. I've never been a. I've forgotten now. What do they call the people that did the seats?
Brave.
Squippers, I think. Squippers did the seats. So not being a squipper, I don't really know. Anyway, they come up lovely in the cockpit with all that polish. Smells fantastic. Well done, keep polishing. Luckily there's a breeze today.
You just drop all the dust all over the place, all over the dust.
Yes, that happens. So there we go. We have both seats back. At long last, I think it's 9 years we've had the plane. And so they were well overdue coming back in. But it does look good. Even the cockpit's closed, now actually seeing the seats through the side of the cockpit. And the plane is a bit more complete. The only thing it would be nice to get at some point would be the actual big tanks that sit on the wings. Because if you like your planes and you're anything like me, the Hawker Hunter It looked right when it had its wing tanks. Not that we need wing tanks for extra fuel or anything like that really, it's not really going anywhere. But it would look nice. So who knows, one day. WV396 ex RAF Valley Cape Guardian.